Capricorn, what's going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it, Capricorn. We are in the throes of Gemini season. Definitely, it's been a good energy. It's definitely brought in some much needed momentum. Places where things have been stagnant or we feel like people, situations are on repeat, we're starting to see that energy lift a little bit, and it's helping us to feel more hopeful, right? Hopeful for what is on the horizon. We're coming off of a new moon in Gemini, so we're building up towards the full moon right now, which is a great time to just kind of evaluate how things are moving in your life, right? What's up and running, what's moving fluidly, etc., and what needs a little more attention and adjustment accordingly. Gemini season represents communication, day-to-day activities, people that we're interacting with as well on a daily basis. And it's important to kind of, as we talked about, or as I've been talking about on repeat for a long time, since Pluto has moved into Aquarius, it's giving us an opportunity to do some refining in our life, to actually go back to the drawing board and seeing whether people, situations are working for us or not so much. It's not easy because it is requiring us to let go of things that have been long-standing or we really hoped, wished, wanted them to look different, work out different. We're still hopeful that they're going to, etc. But there definitely is this outside force push that is, encouraging us towards that change, right? Change is happening whether we want it to or not. We can stay in the old habits and patterns if we want to. If we want to make it harder on ourselves, hopefully you don't want to, but that's why I like to start off these readings with an energy cleansing, just set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out any blocks, obstacles, limitations you might be coming into. It's a great time to set your own intention as well, Capricorn, especially if you have something on your heart, on your mind, something you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. It's a great way to personalize these collective readings. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing wellness services. If you want me to look at your specific situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, definitely hit me up. Or if you're looking for more of a rebalancing of self, mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we're grounded in self, aligned, know who we are, what we want, etc., that's really where we're manifesting abundance from. We can't do it when we're all out of sorts, all disconnected from self, etc. And I would love to help support in whatever way possible. Definitely hit me up. All the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, let's get into it, Capricorn. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so that we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love, Mama Love. All right, Capricorn. So you feel like you're kind of in this waiting energy this week. I don't know. I was hearing what next, right? Like, I don't think that a situation is completely wrapped up. I don't see closure specifically, but I do feel like you're nearing an endpoint that you've maybe made some peace, maybe made some understanding about how something's going to shake out, or it's almost finalized, that type of vibe. But at the same time, you're looking ahead, right? You're looking ahead towards what your next steps will be. We've been getting this a lot over the past couple readings. I think since Libra, they'll be back. Again, kind of confirming what I was just saying. Something's not completely done and over with quite yet. Not good, bad, right, or wrong. There's a lot going on. Even though the transits have kind of lessened in the astrology lately, it doesn't take away all the hubbub we've been dealing with, right? There's just been a lot of activity, there's been a lot of tension, a lot of emotions, a lot of things going on for us to kind of wrap our minds around. And it looks like you're in a space where you're really trying to analyze. I like this for you. I like this air energy for you. It feels like you're being conscious, mindful, intentional with your approach. Utilizing the downtime is what I'm hearing, right? As much as maybe something hasn't completely closed out, you're not pretending that it doesn't exist or that it's not there, right? You're still kind of mindfully processing through all the different facets, everything that has happened. And I think you're getting prepared, right? You are getting prepared to take your next steps. What I like about your energy this week, Capricorn, is it showing that you're trying a different approach. I think that this has been pretty enlightening. It's been pretty eye-opening. Maybe you're getting some feedback from someone, something that was kind of unexpected or not really how you pictured yourself or pictured the situation. And it feels like, it does feel like it's a little bit of a, like maybe a buzzkill, or maybe it hurt your feelings a little bit, or like, I don't know, like there's something around it that kind of rubbed you the wrong way, whether it's true or not, you know, like even if you don't believe what something said, it's still, you're still looking at it, which is good on you. You know what I mean? Like you should, it shows that you're really, that you are being very conscious about what your next steps are going to be. You know, maybe you're struggling a little bit with intimacy, being authentic. It doesn't just have to be love, but this is kind of that value. Sorry, my hair is driving me nuts. This is kind of that value of struggling to be honest, vulnerable, open, etc. But here's the thing, like you're really trying to problem solve your way there. You know, you're using your wisdom, you're using your intellect to gain more insight based on things that have happened. You're feeling like, as much as maybe like something isn't over and done with, like I was saying in the very beginning, you're preparing yourself. And I feel like it's a good thing. I feel like you're being very responsible in your approach. Sorry, don't hate me for saying that, but I like it. It's a solid approach is what I want to say. You're thinking about things right. You're thinking about things in a way that I think is actually going to honor yourself better in the long run. I think this is not easy for you. I think it's been kind of hard to open up your heart to people, places, and things, you know. There's still something that you're hesitant about, and there's still something that you're waiting on to see a little bit more information around. Right now, it's not necessarily the right time to see it, because I think that whatever is playing out for you, someone else kind of needs to walk through their own experiences. I feel like you are a part of that. We just got that Four of Swords, which is confirmation, and you just kind of withdrawing your energy a little bit more this week, taking time to think through, to process, etc. Someone's making the best decision that they can. You know, it might not be something that you like, but from their opinion, it's like they're making a right decision. But honestly, and this is probably the part that you see, this Eight of Swords energy, they're actually kind of self-sabotaging is what I'm seeing. And I don't think this is, I think this is how it's supposed to go, right? I think that actually, as much as you don't agree with the choices that they're making, this is how it's supposed to play out. And part of you needs to just let go, relinquish whatever perceived control, or they're not listening to you. It also looks like that. Like they kind of just have a very definitive perspective and they're not willing to budge. They're not willing to change. So it's forcing you to look at this from a different vantage point. You know, maybe once upon a time, this is something that listened to you, that confided in you, that took your advice, etc. And now they're not, right? And I mean, it does look like on some level, this does affect you. But you're expecting it, right? Like I was saying in the very beginning, it feels like you already you already know, like you're already expecting it. I feel like this is something that this other person hasn't thought through, and it is going to bring them back to you. with their tail between their legs, right? Hoping that they'll have another chance. I don't know though, right? I don't know. A lot of that is to be determined, because you still have this, you're being, again, because maybe your approach is so smart and practical, it almost might be a little bit too so, like maybe, but okay, so here's the deal. I feel like there are going to be things that are changing in the meantime. And that's kind of because it almost looks like the way your energy is right now, Capricorn, that like you're just playing it so safe that it's going to prevent you from seeing the lesson. But I think that like as you're kind of giving them space, time, energy to do whatever they're doing over here, you're not taking it personally. You're not seeing it as that. You don't like it, but it's also kind of showing a lot about them. And I feel like the things that unfold over the next couple weeks, like just as they're doing whatever they're doing, you're gonna be like, oh, like something else is starting to add up, and you're seeing something else, and it's making it less desirable to continue to engage with this energy. Not because you're not because you like don't want it present moment, right? Like you wish it were different, but them choosing to sidestep, take a step back, step away, etc., it's actually like giving you a little bit of space to breathe. And I feel like it's actually going to bring you something in, or new opportunities. They're going to challenge you because it's going to require you to be a little bit more vulnerable. And I'm honestly seeing you might be making some choices that someone doesn't like. Whomever this person's situation is over here, they're dedicating time to something that maybe, again, you're not in agreement with. But like I said, I don't think that this is stuff that you could do if they were still around. Honesty is essential, 100%. To be a loving person, it's important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner. This is something that I feel like maybe this person, or maybe both of you, have really struggled with, because this person is definitely, as much as they think they're taking the rational, the logical approach, they're also really emotional about it. And they're really emotional about how you behave as a result. It's almost like they want you to chase them. It's almost like they want you to come after them, and you're standing still. The heart of the matter. There's more going on 100% than meets the eye. Recognize what this is all about. Remember, sometimes like the universe, spirit, God chooses better for us. Well, actually most of the time chooses better for us than we can choose for ourselves, or maybe all the time, right? Because, sometimes we don't see things behind the scenes, unfortunately, right? And we really have to trust our instincts. I feel like that's exactly what you're doing, Capricorn. This is about getting to know the people, places, and things that you are, quote unquote, getting into bed with. Again, whatever that relationship looks like, whether it is love or business or community or friend, family, etc. I think that there's a lot that's being revealed in this dynamic that is putting a different light, shedding a different light onto who and what they are, and why there's been some difficulties. There's a lot of master numbers, 22, 44. This is about partnership, and this is about protection as well, which we are in this time. Pluto moving into Aquarius is actually helping us see people, situations, true natures, so that we're able to better make better choices, right? Better choose what is in alignment for us, not these things that like we have to navigate these war zones left and right, it might have seemed good, but like I said, as you're getting distance, it's helping shed light on the reality of the situation and dynamic. So I really hope that this helped. Godspeed to whatever you're dealing with. It does look a little bit heavy, but I love your energy. I love your approach. Well done. Double thumbs up. All right. Thank you so much for your time, energy, always, Capricorn. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope you found messages that resonated for you here. Definitely drop comments below. I love to hear, or just say, hey, share in a little love, little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support to the channel. No, I'm sending it back your way.